Why did you cry?
I cried with happiness.
Did you know it took 90 takes and 30 backup cameras to film a single scene in Harry Potter? Today on Collider, we'll explore how Daniel Radcliffe landed the role of Harry Potter and the extensive preparation he underwent for this iconic part. Let's dive in. Daniel Radcliffe's acting career began in 1999 when he played David Copperfield in a BBC show. However, his big break came when he was just 10 years old. After seeing open casting calls for Harry Potter, he did whatever it took to land the role. He first sent in an application and a photo to the Newsround TV show, but after weeks of silence, he decided to get creative. "I dressed up as my drama teacher, who was a girl, did a rap about how much I wanted to be in the film, and even made a speech before sending it all in," he recalled. His effort worked. He got an audition, even though he wasn't feeling overly confident, but he went in with some hope and belief in himself. Radcliffe remembers the exact moment he got the call. He was in the bath when the phone rang. His dad answered, and when Daniel heard him say, "Hello, David," he thought it was bad news. But when his dad came upstairs and told him he'd landed the part, he was so overwhelmed with joy that he started crying.
And I cried, and I was in the bath.
Even though Daniel's parents were experienced in the industry, his mom was a casting director and his dad was a literary agent, they were mindful about not getting his hopes up too much. They didn't want him to face disappointment after past rejections for other roles. Director Chris Columbus had been searching for his Harry Potter for months, and when he saw Daniel, he knew he had found him. Initially, Radcliffe turned down the role because it meant signing on for all 7 films, which would be filmed in Los Angeles. His parents didn't want him to uproot his life, so Warner Brothers offered a 2-movie contract with filming in the UK, which his parents agreed to. After the success of the first 2 films, Daniel decided to stay with the series, becoming the face of one of the biggest film franchises ever.
Courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent.
Daniel has said many times that he didn't have a normal acting career, as he started out directly in a big franchise and had to learn and improve his skills as he went along, facing many challenges along the way. When Daniel Radcliffe first appeared in Harry Potter, his excitement about the magical world perfectly matched Harry's sense of wonder. In the early films, he captured Harry's innocence and awe, particularly in scenes where Harry experiences magic for the first time and forms friendships with Ron and Hermione. Radcliffe's natural chemistry with his co-stars made his portrayal of a young Harry feel genuine, and despite Harry's difficult life with the Dursleys,
"What the devil are you doing up here?"
I was just...
Radcliffe conveyed his character's untainted innocence. As the films progressed and became darker, Radcliffe's acting evolved to meet the new challenges. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, he showcased his range with a more mature performance, particularly in emotional moments when Harry learns about his godfather and confronts darker threats.
Expecto Patronum!
By The Half-Blood Prince, Radcliffe had fully stepped into the role, balancing humor and drama with ease, especially in scenes like the one where Harry takes liquid luck and shows his comedic side.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Or Felix does.
While also handling intense moments with the great Michael Gambon.
You must obey every command I give you without question.
Yes, sir.
By the time of the Deathly Hallows, Radcliffe had truly matured as an actor. A standout moment was his quiet dance with Hermione to "Oh Children," which beautifully highlighted their deep platonic bond and demonstrated his growth. Throughout the series, Radcliffe transitioned from a wide-eyed child in the first film to a skilled, nuanced actor capable of handling the increasingly complex emotional and thematic material of the story.
The Sorting Hat takes your choice into account.
Daniel Radcliffe first came across the Harry Potter books when he was around 8 years old, but at the time, he didn't really get hooked. He imagined Harry as the cartoon version from the book covers. However, after landing the role of Harry, he reread the first book and was completely amazed by the depth of the story. The magical world of Hogwarts came to life for him, especially after seeing the film sets, which gave him a clearer picture of the world J.K. Rowling had created. By the time he reread the books, Harry Potter had become his favorite series, alongside Cirque du Freak and books by Terry Pratchett. Radcliffe also shared his thoughts on why Harry Potter resonated so deeply with readers. He believes that the idea of magic is universally appealing because it represents endless possibilities. If you could do magic, the world would be full of exciting opportunities. Radcliffe has always believed in magic, even in subtle forms. He even joked that if he could have any magical power, it would be invisibility so he could sneak into concerts without anyone noticing.
Yeah, I don't really fancy this color.
I fancy this. You're not you, so shut it and strip.
In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, there's a memorable scene where 7 Harry Potters appear in the Dursleys' living room. To keep Harry safe, the Order of the Phoenix uses a polyjuice potion to transform 6 characters, Ron, Hermione, Fred, George, Fleur, and Mundungus, into him.
Harry.
Yes.
Filming this complex scene was a huge challenge, taking 95 takes to get it right. Director David Yates asked Radcliffe to study his co-stars' performances so he could capture their personalities in his own portrayal of their transformed Harry.
There's 7 of me at once on screen, so it's any actor's dream.
Radcliffe had fun observing their quirks, like Rupert Grint's distinctive walk, which made the decoys more believable. The scene was filmed using motion control cameras, requiring super precise movements. The actors had to stay completely still, or the shot would be ruined, which made the process even more difficult.
We did 95 takes on that.
To achieve the effects, the crew used 30 backup cameras and advanced makeup techniques to capture the details of each transformation. Despite the difficulties, Radcliffe enjoyed filming the scene, especially when he had to wear Fleur's costume. He joked that he looked great in women's clothes. He also mentioned that playing Hermione was surprisingly easy because Emma Watson's unique mannerisms were so easy to mimic.
Harry, your eyesight really is awful.
Although the scene was challenging, it ended up being one of the most iconic moments in the Harry Potter series, showcasing Radcliffe's dedication and the incredible technology used to bring the scene to life.
Real Harry. Where the devil are you anyway?
Here.
Daniel Radcliffe was only 11 when he landed the role of Harry Potter, and in a chat on BBC Radio 4's Desert Island Discs, he opened up about how his family helped him stay grounded throughout his rise to fame. He understands why some child stars end up struggling with substance abuse, explaining that the pressure of being the main provider for their family at such a young age can lead to burnout. When the fun of acting fades, he believes some turn to drugs or alcohol to cope with the stress. Radcliffe praised his parents and Harry Potter co-stars for keeping him focused and giving him the right perspective when he needed it. He mentioned that the main reason he's kept acting as an adult is because he genuinely enjoys being on set. Despite the fame, he's managed to stay level-headed by living and working in London, which helped him avoid the Hollywood culture that he thinks could have made him lose himself. Growing up famous also means dealing with the constant pressure of everyone else's expectations while you're still figuring out who you are. For Radcliffe, having a real love for acting helped him keep his sense of self intact. He's always enjoyed being on set, and even if fame or fortune disappeared, acting would still be his passion. Since Harry Potter, he's continued to take on diverse roles in films like Horns, Swiss Army Man, and Escape from Pretoria.
I can't get her out of my head.
Daniel Radcliffe's time as Harry Potter cemented his place in film history.
Hagrid, we're not allowed to do magic away from Hogwarts. You know that.
Through 8 films, he expertly portrayed the character's growth, blending innocence, bravery, and heartache.
It was Draco who disarmed Dumbledore that night in the astronomy tower.
His work on the Harry Potter series left an indelible mark, shaping his career and the legacy of the franchise.
I'm Harry Potter. So...
Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.